Have you ever left a conversation feeling completely drained, as if your reality had been subtly bent out of shape? They didn't yell, they didn't insult you, they just asked questions, calm, calculated questions that made you doubt what you felt, what you saw, and even who you are. That is the genius of manipulation. It hides behind curiosity. A liar doesn't attack your truth directly. They plant a seed of confusion and let your own mind destroy the rest. The Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The truth is simple, deceit is tangled, and when you learn to see the knots, you'll never be tied by them again." In this video, we'll uncover 7 insidious questions liars use to twist your perception and how Stoic awareness can protect your peace from these emotional predators. Because once you understand the game, you'll stop being the pawn. Before we begin, comment below. I protect my peace with truth. Let's start with the first manipulative question. Number 1. Are you sure that's how it happened? This question sounds innocent, right? It sounds like they're just seeking clarification, but look closer. It's not a genuine inquiry. It's a direct challenge to your memory and perception. It's designed to make you second-guess your own experiences. Suddenly, a clear memory becomes blurry. Did I see what I thought I saw? Did I hear what I thought I heard? This is the classic first move of gaslighting. The Stoic shield here is to trust your perception. The Stoics believed in what they called catalepsis, a firm grasp on reality. When you are certain of your experience, hold on to it. You can respond calmly and firmly, "Yes, that is how I remember it." You don't need to get defensive or provide exhaustive evidence. You are the primary authority on your own experience. By standing firm in your recollection, you refuse to let them rewrite your reality. You are anchoring yourself in your truth, not in their manufactured doubt. The second question is a subtle but powerful one. Why are you being so emotional? This is a classic tactic to dismiss your feelings and invalidate your reaction. By framing your valid emotional response as an overreaction, the manipulator shifts the focus from their behavior to your supposed instability. You could have caught them in a lie, and suddenly the conversation isn't about the lie anymore. It's about why you are so sensitive or dramatic. They're painting you as irrational, making it easier to disregard your concerns. The Stoic shield against this is emotional ownership. Stoicism doesn't teach us to suppress emotions, but to understand and own them. Your feelings are signals. They are telling you something is wrong. Instead of letting them shame you, calmly acknowledge your feelings. You can say something like, "I am feeling upset because this situation is important to me." Or even more directly, "My emotions are a natural response to what happened. Let's focus on the issue, not my reaction to it." This brings the conversation back to their actions and demonstrates that your emotions are not a weakness, but a valid response. Moving on to question number 3. Don, do you think you are overreacting a little? This is a close cousin to the previous question, but it's even more condescending. It implies that your reaction is not just emotional, but disproportionate and unreasonable. It's designed to make you feel embarrassed or ashamed of your feelings, prompting you to downplay them. If they can convince you that you're the one making a big deal out of nothing, they escape all accountability. The problem isn't what they did. The problem is your overreaction. To counter this, the Stoics would advise us to use logic and perspective. Ask yourself, is my reaction truly disproportionate to the event? More often than not, it isn't. You can calmly respond, "I believe my reaction is appropriate for the situation. Can you explain why you think it's an overreaction?" This puts the burden of proof back on them. It forces them to justify their claim instead of letting them get away with a vague accusation. You are refusing to be judged and are instead inviting a logical discussion, which is often the last thing a manipulator wants. Next, we have the fourth insidious question. Can't you just take a joke? This one is particularly sneaky. It's used to disguise insults, digs, and disrespectful comments as harmless humor. When you get offended, they flip the script and accuse you of lacking a sense of humor. They get to say whatever they want, and if you object, you're the one who's uptight and can't have fun. This creates an environment where you feel pressured to accept their poor treatment with a smile just to prove you're a good sport. The Stoic shield here is to define your own boundaries. You get to decide what is funny to you and what is not. A simple, unshakable response is, "I didn't find that funny." You don't need to explain why. You don't need to debate the nature of comedy. By stating your position clearly and without apology, you reclaim your power. You're communicating that their joke was a boundary violation, and you refuse to pretend otherwise. Your peace is more important than their entertainment. Question 5 is a guilt-tripping classic. After everything I've done for you, is this how you repay me? This question isn't about the current issue at all. It's about dredging up the past to make you feel indebted and ungrateful. The manipulator turns themselves into a martyr, a selfless giver who has been wronged by your selfishness. Any past kindness, real or exaggerated, becomes a weapon to control you. They are trying to make you feel so guilty that you will back down and give them what they want, just to clear your supposed debt. The Stoic approach is to separate past actions from present reality. Gratitude is a virtue, but it should not be a chain. You can acknowledge their past help while still addressing the current problem. A calm and clear response would be, "I am grateful for everything you've done in the past, and that has nothing to do with the issue we are discussing right now." This response respectfully separates the two. It shows that you won't be manipulated by guilt. A past favor does not give someone a free pass to behave poorly in the present. Let's look at question number 6. You know I would never intentionally hurt you, right? This sounds like reassurance, but it's often a preemptive defense. By getting you to agree that they have good intentions, they neutralize your ability to criticize their actions. If you call them out on their behavior, you are now contradicting your own admission that they meant no harm. It's a clever trap. The focus shifts from the impact of their actions, the hurt you feel, to their supposed intentions. And since you can't prove their intentions, you're left with no ground to stand on. The Stoic shield is to focus on actions, not intentions. The philosopher Epictetus reminds us that we cannot control others' intentions, only our own responses. The impact of their behavior is what matters. You can reply with, "I understand you may not have intended to hurt me, but your actions did. That is what I need to talk about." This redirects the conversation back to the tangible consequences of their behavior. It validates your feelings and insists on accountability, regardless of their stated intent. Finally, we arrive at question number 7. Is that really what you think of me? This is a powerful move that casts you as the villain. When you try to hold them accountable, they act deeply wounded, as if you've accused them of being a terrible person. They turn your legitimate complaint into a personal attack on their character. This is designed to make you feel guilty and cruel. You might find yourself backtracking, reassuring them that you don't think they're a bad person, and completely abandoning your original point. The manipulator successfully dodges accountability by playing the victim. The Stoic counter is to stay objective and issue-focused. Don't get drawn into a debate about their character. Your feedback is about a specific action, not their entire being. A strong response is, "This isn't about what I think of you as a person. This is about how your specific actions in this situation made me feel." This keeps the conversation grounded and productive. You are not putting them on trial. You are simply communicating the effect of their behavior. You are refusing to be distracted by their performance of being wounded. So there you have it. 7 manipulative questions and the Stoic shields to protect yourself. Remember, manipulation thrives in confusion and self-doubt. By staying grounded in your reality, owning your emotions, and focusing on clear, objective facts, you dismantle the manipulator's game. Your mind is your fortress. Don't let anyone plant seeds of doubt inside its walls. The truth is simple. Your feelings are valid, and you have the power to protect your peace. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on building mental resilience. And remember that comment, I protect my peace with truth. See you in the next video. Have you ever been told, "Why are you so sensitive?" It's a classic manipulative question designed to make you doubt your own feelings. They want you to think your emotions are the problem, not their actions. A Stoic knows emotions are messengers. Your hurt isn't weakness. It's data revealing a crossed boundary. So, don't defend yourself. Just remember, I'm not sensitive. I'm perceptive. Another one is, are you sure that really happened? This is gaslighting, a tactic to make you question your reality. They thrive in confusion. A true ally helps you find clarity. When this happens, anchor yourself. Write down what you saw, felt, and knew for sure. Your clarity is your armor. And what about, don't you trust me? It's emotional blackmail. Real trust is built on actions and consistency, not demanded with words. Your intuition is wisdom speaking. So trust patterns, not promises. Ever notice how some questions feel less like questions and more like traps? It starts small. A sigh, a smirk, a line dropped so effortlessly you barely notice its poison. These are the manipulative questions designed to make you doubt yourself. But what if you had a shield? A way to see these questions for what they are and stand firm in your reality. Today, we are exploring 7 of the most common manipulative questions and how the ancient wisdom of Stoicism can help you deflect them, not with anger, but with unshakable clarity. This isn't just about winning an argument, it's about reclaiming your mind. Let's start with the classic. Why are you so sensitive? They ask this as if genuinely confused by your reaction. The lie here is that your feelings are exaggerated and your reality is unreliable. This question is designed to make you attack yourself, to apologize for feeling something real and start censoring your own intuition. They shift the power dynamic by labeling your empathy as a flaw, making you the problem. But the Stoic shield is perception. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, it is not the thing itself that troubles you, but your judgment about it." A Stoic doesn't suppress emotion. They interpret it. Your hurt isn't a sign of weakness. It's data revealing that a boundary has been crossed. A manipulator calls you sensitive because your awareness threatens them. It shines a light on the tension they're trying to hide. So, when accused of being too sensitive, pause. Don't defend or react. Instead, silently ask yourself, why does my feeling threaten them? Often it's because your clarity demands their accountability. Your mantra should be, I'm not sensitive, I'm perceptive. Next up is the one that unravels your confidence. Are you sure that really happened? They tilt their head, smile faintly, and drop this question. Suddenly, your clear memory starts to blur. This is gaslighting. The goal isn't just to deny your truth, but to invite you to doubt it yourself. It's psychological warfare disguised as conversation. Once you allow them to edit your memory, you start depending on them to define what's real. The Stoic shield here is memory and perception. Epictetus taught that we suffer not from events, but from our judgments about them. The liar knows that if they can alter your judgment, your own mind will do the rest of the work. Truth doesn't fade. Confusion does. A true ally helps you find clarity. A manipulator thrives in the fog. The action? Immediately anchor yourself. Take a moment and mentally or physically write down, what did I see? What did I feel? What did I know for sure? This becomes your reality journal. Your mantra. My clarity is my armor. Write it down before they rewrite it. Then comes the emotional blackmail. Don't you trust me? It sounds vulnerable, but it's a trap designed to make you feel guilty for protecting yourself. The lie is that they are demanding your trust to force you to ignore your instincts. This question takes the sacred bond of trust and weaponizes it. Let's be real. When someone has to demand your trust, it's usually because they've already broken it. They use your empathy as a shield against your logic. The Stoic shield for this is discernment. Seneca said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Real trust isn't built on persuasion, it's built on character and consistency. A Stoic observes, measures, and waits for words and deeds to align. Your intuition, when trained by reason, is a powerful ally. So, when asked this question, don't answer right away. Breathe. Notice that tightening in your chest? That's your wisdom speaking. Look at their trust ledger, what they say versus what they do. The mantra is simple. I trust patterns, not promises. And what about this one? Why would I lie to you? The tone is wounded, almost offended, as if the very idea of their dishonesty is absurd. This question isn't meant to clear suspicion. It's meant to shame you for having it in the first place. They are implying that lying is beneath them, that they are too virtuous to deceive you. They flip the script, and suddenly you go from questioning their honesty to questioning your own paranoia. This move exploits your tendency to confuse hope with evidence. The Stoic shield is observation. As Marcus Aurelius might say, if someone deceives you, it's because you chose to trust your hope instead of your reason. Honest people rarely need to declare their honesty. They simply live it. Lies are temporary, but inconsistency is a permanent trait. The best weapon here is not confrontation, but silent observation. Resist the urge to point out the inconsistency. Instead, write it down, their words versus their actions. Let time prove the truth. Your mantra. Words can charm, but patterns never lie. Here's another subtle but powerful one. Can't you just take a joke? This question is a classic way to deliver an insult and then blame you for being offended. It's a passive-aggressive jab disguised as humor. The lie is that their comment was harmless and your reaction is the real problem. They get to say something hurtful without any consequences, leaving you feeling foolish or overly serious. The Stoic shield is understanding intention. The Stoics knew that it's not the words themselves, but the intent behind them that matters. Is this person genuinely trying to connect with you through humor, or are they using jokes to belittle you and test your boundaries? A joke should make both people feel good. It's not a weapon for one person to use against another. The action is to calmly refuse to play their game. You don't have to laugh or get angry. You can simply respond with a neutral statement like, "I don't find that funny." This sets a clear boundary without escalating the conflict. Your mantra. My piece is not a punchline. Then there's the question that plays on your sense of obligation. After everything I've done for you, you're going to say no? This is a guilt trip, pure and simple. They're turning a past kindness into a debt that you now have to repay. The lie is that their help was never a gift. It was a transaction. They are framing your refusal as an act of betrayal and ingratitude. But the Stoic shield is inner freedom. The Stoics believed that true generosity comes with no strings attached. A gift given with expectations is not a gift. It's a tool of control. You are not obligated to sacrifice your well-being or your principles just because someone did something for you in the past. Your action is to separate gratitude from obligation. You can be thankful for what they did while still holding firm to your decision. You might say, I'm grateful for your past help, and my decision now is separate from that. This acknowledges their contribution without surrendering your autonomy. Your mantra. Gratitude is not a cage. Finally, we have the ultimate isolation tactic. Am I the only one who matters to you? This question is designed to make you feel guilty for having a life outside of them. Whether it's friends, family, or hobbies, they see everything else as a threat to their position. The lie is that love requires total and exclusive focus. They are trying to create a world where they are the center of your universe, cutting you off from your support systems. The Stoic shield is embracing a wider sense of connection, what the Stoics called cosmopolitanism, the idea that we are citizens of the world. A healthy relationship doesn't shrink your world. It expands it. It encourages your growth and connections. It doesn't try to suffocate them. Your action is to refuse to apologize for having a full life. You can reassure them of their importance without giving up your other relationships. Say something like, "You are very important to me, and so are my friends and family. They all play different roles in my life." This reinforces that love isn't a zero-sum game. Your mantra: "My world is bigger than one person, and that makes me stronger, not less loving." These 7 questions are tools of emotional leverage. They are designed to create fog, doubt, and guilt, but by using these Stoic shields, perception, memory, discernment, observation, and a commitment to your own inner freedom, you can see them clearly. You don't have to fight back with anger. Your power lies in your calm, your clarity, and your unwavering trust in your own perception. You are not sensitive, you are perceptive. Your memory is valid. Your trust is earned, not demanded. And your peace is non-negotiable. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button for more content on building mental resilience. Stay strong and stay perceptive. Why can't you just move on? This question always seems to pop up long after the damage is done. The tone might sound calm, even reasonable, but the words are sharp enough to tear open a wound that was just starting to heal. Let's break down the hidden cruelty in this phrase. It's not a genuine request for your healing. It's a selfish demand for their own comfort. What they're really saying is, "Why can't you just forget what I did so I can stop feeling guilty about it?" They're trying to shift the moral burden from their actions to your recovery process. It's a classic move to make you feel like your pain is the problem, not their behavior. But here's how a Stoic would reframe this. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." This isn't about being pessimistic. It's about accepting that pain and struggle are inherent parts of the human experience. Pain is the process of healing. A Stoic doesn't run from the wound. They study it. They learn from it. You don't move on by pretending something didn't happen. You move forward by integrating the lesson it taught you into your wisdom. The obstacle becomes the path. So, what's a practical action you can take? Reclaim your narrative. Write a closure letter. Pour all your feelings, your anger, your hurt, and your understanding onto the page. But here's the key. You're not going to send it. This letter is for you, not for them. It's about releasing the need for their apology or their understanding. Once you're done, take that letter and burn it safely. Watch the smoke rise and imagine it carrying away the weight you've been holding. Let it go. And as you do, repeat this mantra to yourself. I don't owe anyone my peace. I owe myself my truth. This act isn't about them. It's about you taking back your power. Now let's look at another classic manipulative phrase. Why are you making this about you? This one is particularly insidious. You finally gather the courage to speak your truth. You say something like, "That hurt," or "I didn't feel I deserved that." And instead of empathy, you get a look of disbelief, followed by that question. What's really happening here? It's a tactic called role inversion. They frame your perfectly valid boundary as an act of ego or selfishness. They want to make you doubt your right to even express pain. Their goal is to shift the conversation away from their actions and onto anything else, your tone, your timing, your choice of words. They want you to get so caught up in defending yourself that you forget what you were trying to say in the first place. They are exploiting your fear of being seen as too much or too sensitive. But the Stoic shield offers a powerful defense. As the philosopher Epictetus advised, first tell yourself what kind of person you want to be. Self-awareness is not self-absorption. It's a form of self-discipline. A Stoic looks inward to govern their own reactions, not to make the universe revolve around them. When someone accuses you of making it about you for simply stating your feelings, they are revealing their own fear of losing control over the narrative. So what's the action here? Don't fall into the trap of arguing or over-explaining. That's what they want. Instead, take a quiet moment and ask yourself, am I seeking truth or am I seeking attention? If your intention is genuinely to express your truth, then stand your ground calmly. You don't need to justify your feelings. And your mantra for this situation is powerful in its simplicity. It's about me because I am responsible for me. You are responsible for your own boundaries, your own well-being, and your own truth. It's not selfishness, it's self-governance. And then there's the ultimate accountability dodging question. Do you really think you're perfect? This one usually comes out when you finally cornered them. You've pointed out a lie or a hurtful action with undeniable clarity, and instead of reflecting on what they've done, they smirk and hit you with this. This is a tactic of moral deflection. It's a desperate attempt to shift the moral weight off of them and drop it squarely onto you. By questioning your perfection, they force you to defend your right to even speak on the matter. They want to create a false equivalence, a world where everyone is equally flawed, so no one ever truly has to change or take responsibility. But the Stoic shield teaches us that clarity doesn't require perfection. It only requires honesty. Seneca wrote, "To be calm in correction is a sign of greatness." True humility doesn't mean you have to stay silent in the face of falsehood. You can readily admit your own imperfections without surrendering the truth of a situation. A wise person seeks what is true, not what wins them approval. They are more interested in what is right than in being right. The action here is crucial. Do not get drawn into a debate about your own character. That is the trap. You don't have to defend your entire life story to point out one single dishonest act. Instead, reset the frame of the conversation with a simple, calm statement. Something like, "No, I'm not perfect. I just think what happened here deserves honesty." This brings the focus right back where it belongs, on the issue at hand. Your mantra becomes, "I don't need to be perfect to tell the truth. I just need to be brave enough to see it." Bravery, not perfection, is the goal. So, let's tie this all together with a final Stoic reminder. Your mind is untouchable. Every single one of these manipulative questions has one ultimate purpose: to make you doubt yourself, to make you question your own reality, your own feelings, your own sanity. The real battlefield isn't the argument you're having with them. It's the one happening inside your own head. It's a battle for your awareness. To disarm a manipulator, you don't need to become colder or more aggressive. You just need to become clearer. You stop reacting and you start observing. Here's a simple, 3-step Stoic shield you can use in any of these situations. First, observe without reacting. When you feel that trigger, that rush of anger or defensiveness, just pause. Don't explain, don't defend. That pause is where you take back your power. Second, silently label the tactic. In your mind, just name what they're doing. That's guilt tripping. That's deflection. That's role inversion. Just naming it helps break the emotional trance they're trying to put you in. And third, respond with either silence or a simple truth, not with emotion. You do not owe an explanation to dishonesty. You don't have to engage in their distorted reality. A simple, "I don't see it that way," or even complete silence, is often more powerful than any lengthy argument. It's enough to end their game because it gives them nothing to work with. This Stoic shield isn't about arrogance or being dismissive. It's about self-respect. It's the quiet, unshakable confidence of someone who refuses to be rewritten by another person's chaos. Your calm, clear mind is the one thing a manipulator cannot control, and that terrifies them. That, right there, is your victory. It's not about winning the argument. It's about winning back your own peace. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, let us know in the comments by writing, "I see through manipulation. I choose peace over confusion." Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on building mental fortitude.